Hello everybody, my name is Michael, and Mats and I,
Hello.
we are extremely pleased to welcome you to the beautiful city of Cannes. This is going to be a great race weekend. It's our third one of the year, and it will also on Sunday be a qualifier for the ÖTILLÖ Swimrun World Championship in 2021. We will do things differently than we usually do. We have to all take responsibility in trying to limit the risks of being together, potential risks, and to create a safe and responsible weekend together. We ask you to please read our COVID-19 safety management plan that we have on the website. It's important that you understand what we have going on in the plan. Also, in all race areas, we ask you to wear a face mask. You will have to wear it in the start, and then you will get one at the finish line again. And please observe social distance from one another. But most importantly, we're here to celebrate swimrun and celebrate life together. This is the third race weekend that we have in Cannes. It's our third year, and some of you are new to swimrun, some are seasoned ÖTILLÖ racers, and some are here to try to qualify for the World Championship, and some are here just to enjoy the sport of swimrun. We're all equal, and in our mind, you and we can do this and make a great weekend together. You're all winners in our eyes.
I will go through some basic information and some advices for the World Series race. And here is Cannes, as you see, it's an urban race, but still the nature is very challenging, and the swims are demanding. And some of the runs are very technical, and you also have some elevation gain that you will notice on Sunday.
For sure.
And a few days ago there was a big rainstorm, and it washed out lots of wood and logs and branches out into the sea. So you will have you will see some now on the swims, especially the long crossing from the Ile de Sainte Marguerite down into mainland. But it's not dangerous at all, and it's very, very few. But be aware that there could be some branch and logs in the water. And when we have been scouting, we have also seen some jellyfish. Not that many, but there are some, and they do sting. So please avoid them.
Yeah.
And there is, especially on the long swim from the island back to the mainland, there is some current. There is also some waves. And please take your time when you do long swims. Stop for 5-10 seconds and just observe and what's the water doing. Because stopping and just observing and make a plan for your swim can save you minutes instead of
hours.
Yeah, not hours I would say, but you can really save time by just stopping for a minute and make a plan before you jump into the water. And this town is beautiful. It's very clean, and the nature is very nice as well and very clean. And that we would like to keep the same way as it is. And so we do not allow any garbage to throw any garbage on the course. And at the energy stations you cannot throw any garbage at all on the ground. It's always in the trash cans. And in between you have to have it in your wetsuit, or if you find the trash can you can of course throw it there. And this is respecting nature and respecting the town, but you also have to respect each other and help each other if someone needs help. You have to help each other in a team, and you always have to stay together, and that's the most efficient way to make a nice result and have a good race. Yeah. And the weather forecast looks very nice, and it's a Sunday, so there will be quite a few people on the sidewalks. So please respect the people out walking as well. And I would say lots of you racers use a tow rope, which I think is a great idea, especially in the swims. But on land, please be aware when you run in town with other people walking there, so you don't tangle in tourists out strolling and having a nice Sunday walk.
That will be an interesting sight.
Yeah, and I guess some of you have your families and friends with you, and they're more than welcome to cheer you on along the course, but they cannot support you in any way. The only support you can get is from the volunteers on the course, at the energy stations, on the crossings. And also be aware of traffic. It's lots of traffic here in Cannes, but we have volunteers on all road crossings to stop traffic. But still you need to be aware that no public roads are closed off. It's normal traffic rules that applies. And to find the way, of course, I think all of you have started the course and you have started times and distance and downloaded your files into your Garmin watch. But to be able to find the course, we also have helped you with the markings on it. So on land you have signs like this, we have ribbons, and also on the paved roads we have signs on the ground. So you will be able to find your way on all the runs. In the swims we have black beach flags on all entries, and at the exits you have an orange beach flag. And some of the long swims we also have orange buoys, and they are for a directional purpose. And you can swim on either side of them. And on two of the swims, by the black beach flag where you enter the water, you will not be able to see the exit. Therefore we have several buoys, so you swim to one and then you will see the next one and then you will see the exit.
We have the green and red buoys too.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming to that.
Correct.
And then on the swim here in La Croisette, there we have the same exit of two swims. And there we have a green and a red buoy. And you have to swim in between them. So it's very important that there is one green and one red buoy. Here on the Croisette, where you have the same exit on two swims. You have to swim in between the two buoys.
If you don't, we unfortunately have to give you a time penalty, but hopefully you understood what Mats said. You have to swim between the red and the green buoy.
And along the course we have volunteers in yellow vests, written staff on them, and they will be on all entries, so they can also help to guide you if you don't see where you're going to swim. And in your race kit, when you get you will have your race bib. And the race bib you always have to have on the outside. And the weather forecast is quite warm, so I think some of you might take down your wetsuit, but then you have to take off your race bib and put it down on the outside again. So it's always have to be visible. You also have a swim cap and you have to wear that on all swims. You will also get a timing chip. And this is very important because we have had some cases this year. You will get a Velcro band that you can put around your foot, because you have to wear your chip around your ankle, on the right ankle. But it's also a timing chip, and that needs to be on as well. So you put the timing chip on the Velcro band. There's a Velcro band and a timing chip. These two have to be together, and you put it on the right ankle. And you can have your sock outside if you want. It will still read. And it will be one for each racer. And in the rules, I guess everyone have read the rules. Have you not read the rules? Please do so. It's on our webpage. And in the rules there is mandatory gear. And you have to have the mandatory gear on the course. We will not do any mandatory gear check when you collect your race bib and chip, but we will do a mandatory gear check by the start line. And you need to bring your mandatory gear. On the long crossing from the island back to mainland, you will get the safety buoy. This is so it's more visible for our safety boats to see you. You will collect one of these. You have to inflate it yourself, and that you will receive at time 4. Then you exit the water here on the mainland. You have to bring the safety buoy all the way to time 5, but that we're talking about 300-400 meters running, so it's not very long. and you leave it by time 5. And along the course we have 2 cutoffs, one at 12 and one at 22:04. And it's all written in the times and distance and on the schedule on the web page. And there's one exception on the mandatory gear, and that's due to the COVID-19. It's the foldable cup. It is not mandatory anymore because you will get paper cups and all the energy stations. And on the web page it's written what each energy station is serving. So you can read there and plan your energy intake for the day. But I still recommend you to have a foldable cup with you or a foldable flask, because along the course there are several water spots like natural springs that you can fill your fountains, it says here in France, where you can fill water and drink. And last but not least, if you abandon the race, please inform our staff as soon as possible, so we do not have to look for you. And please return the timing chip by the finish line. And if anyone would get ill, or if you need any help by a medic, we will have a medic along the course. But I hope no one will need that.
I'm going to go through some important times and then just a little bit of extra information so that you can have a safe and fun race. So registration is tomorrow, Saturday, between 3:30 and 5 p.m. in the big white tent on the Square de Verdun by the finish line. Please make sure that you come on time according to the schedule that's marked on the website. So you go on the start list, you find which wave you are in for the start, and there you then go look so that you go to the right time for the registration. When you go to the registration, please wear your face mask and observe social distance. If you have any friends or family that are there at the same time, please leave them on the beach or on the square so they're not part of the actual race area. Mats and I will also be there if you have any additional questions. On Sunday morning, race day, at 7:30 we suggest that you are at the Capitanerie of Port-Cantot, which is 500 meters from the finish line. It's a purplish blue dome, and you'll see lots of us with staff vests there. That's where the ferry leaves. But we suggest that you go look on Saturday afternoon so you know where, because it might be dark in the morning when you are going down to the ferry. The ferries will leave at 7:45. We will not wait for anybody. And you have to wear your face mask, and we ask you to have a bit of social distance. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions, we can only allow racers and organization on the ferry. If you have friends and family, I'm sorry, but due to the restrictions, it's the city that imposes them. We cannot take you out on the racer ferry. When you get to the island, you have some time to go to the toilet, prepare for the race and so on, but at 8:40 you need to enter the start box. And you will see that the start box is not one start box, it's several start boxes. And they are according to which wave that you're starting in. So again, you need to know which wave you are in, and you have to go to the right start box and get ticked off, because you have to be marked off and be in the right start box. Otherwise, unfortunately, we have to give you a penalty. We need you to be in the right box. So please, please respect this. And there is plenty of space for you to have space between yourselves. And in the start box, you need to wear your face mask. We will start on time at 9 a.m. and we'll have waves of 50 people. And each wave will start within or after 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And you have to, like I said before, you have to be in the correct start. So please make sure you're in the correct start box. After 300 meters about, there will be bins with staff where you can throw your face mask. So wear a disposable face mask to the start. If you have a fancy one, leave it at home. When you then get to the finish line, we, according to the rules, have to give you a new face mask, which we will give you as you cross the line. Toilets at the start. On the way, when we get to the island, we walk up a hill. On the right-hand side, there are some toilets. Please use them. And when you're in the toilet, please be fast, no Facebooking, be clean, and use the alcohol gels. Again, to avoid any potential risk. There are also toilets inside the fort. The same thing, of course, applies to them. If you have a small bag, because in the morning it might be a little chilly, please put your things in your little bag, not your luggage again. It needs to be a small little bag because we're transporting it back. We will, by the start line, show you where you can leave the bags so that we transport it back to the finish line. And at the finish line, you will be able to pick it up in the big white tent. Again, please don't fill it with valuables. We won't be guarded, but it will be more or less in a closed off area. We have 2 cutoffs, like Mats said. Make sure that you know what time the cutoffs are. You find them on the times and distances sheet. Please respect us as we will be by the cutoffs. Hopefully we won't see you, but it's for your safety that we have the cutoffs. And at about 10 to 2, we believe that the first teams will finish. From 2 p.m., you will be able to pick up a food bag in the big white tent. These are, again, only for racers, not for anybody else. So only for racers, you pick up your bag and you tell them your team number and you pick it up. And by the finish line, there are toilets by the beach, there's showers by the beach. And as it looks like we will have a nice day, we will have the prize giving in the finish line arch at 6 p.m. And we hope that some of you will stay for the finish and for the prize giving. And again, there we can observe some social distance and we can celebrate the podium teams and the teams that have qualified for the World Championship. So again, from this fantastic balcony up here at the Hotel Martinez, we wish you luck. We hope you have fun and we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.